All right, for more on Musk's latest moves at Twitter, we are joined now by Ahmed Banafa, engineering professor at San Jose State University and cybersecurity expert. Ahmed, great to see you. Always appreciate the time. So, it looks like the people of Twitter have spoken here. Do you believe that Elon Musk will abide by the results of that poll and step down as CEO?
I voted yes, just to clear the air.
Okay.
And it's 50. Yeah, disclosure, yes. It's 50-50. I mean, he would never post something like this unless he anticipated the result. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the background of why this is getting to that kind of poll. The investors. He couldn't get investors that will agree on his current plan. So their condition is you have to change the management. And this is what they say, okay, this is a nice way to get out of this situation.
And this isn't the first time that we've seen him put up a poll on a pretty significant managerial decision, whether it was to reinstate former President Donald Trump. We've seen it again and again. As a tactic, is it a way for him to kind of relieve responsibility for some of the decision making, or do you see it as a way to try and attract investors back or attract advertisers rather and companies saying, look, this is what the people want?
Well, it's not normal, for somebody to ask, hundreds of millions of people about what they think about what he's doing. You should have a plan from day one, and you follow that plan because you have a target. The problem is he was acting in a way which really hurts so many people inside Twitter and outside Twitter. And what he's doing is trying to make sure that he throw this kind of responsibility on somebody else. But nobody's buying that.
There was also over the weekend this uproar after Twitter announced that it would prohibit users from steering their followers to other social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or even the new one that's out there, Mastodon. And then just hours later, Musk tweeted out an apology and it appears as though that policy was then reversed. Why do we continue to see Musk rolling out policies only to reverse course sometimes just hours later?
You're right, Alex, about this. I mean, this is his style. Do it and then think about it. I mean, this is not something new that we have seen from him. The problem is he doesn't check his decisions with somebody. He just think about it, give the orders, do it. If anybody resisted him, then that person will lose his or her job. And this is why we see this kind of outcomes.
You don't think he has some grand plan? He doesn't have some scheme he's got going here that all of us just don't understand?
Well, I mean, I wish, for me, I mean, I would like Twitter to be a better company. It's a Bay Area company, would like this to be one of the best in the world. The problem is that so far there's nothing showing that this is the right way to go. Thousands of people lost their jobs. And I'll give you a simple example, Alex. You remember the situation of Dave Chappelle when he was in the stage. You're talking about 1,800 people booing him. I mean, the brand of Elon Musk is really, really down. And this is reflected on other brands and other brands and other brands. And that's not good for him. You cannot continue like that.
We saw a lot of activity on Twitter for the World Cup. That's one of their big, signature events. Do you see any indications that Twitter has somewhat stabilized since that first round of layoffs in terms of its ability to just keep going forward, even though they are in a financial hole and have this big kind of public relations issue?
Well, nothing major happened. You have a few things here and there. The reason for this one is, as most of the experts will say, is because the system itself was established and structured in a good way. And you have to remember that there are some people actually sleeping, in that headquarters on Market Street. So it's not like you are really having that number and it's not enough. You're asking people to work over hours just to keep everything up and running.
Ahmed, before we let you go, we have to get your thoughts on one potential replacement for Elon Musk. Maybe our directors can put up this poll here. Snoop Dogg took to Twitter here, and he asked people, clearly, if Elon steps down here, should I run Twitter? Look at that, an overwhelming majority.
From 3 million votes. More than
81% say they want Snoop to run Twitter. A quick thought, Ahmed.
Well, as it's like looking at the extreme of the needle. You're going from the left to the right, or going from extreme to minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, Snoop Dogg gonna do good, you know. But
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
if you want my opinion, who should be there?
Yeah.
Is actually, I can give you a name: Sheryl Sandberg.
Okay. It's Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. She is really one of the names that keep floating about, and I think she's gonna do a good job, given that she has this kind of background. If he accepted the job.
Okay.
Wow, that would be
Yeah,
a big ask,
that would
I
be.
think,
Yeah,
right
sure.
now. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your comments and your insights.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you.